This is a 2026 Ram 4500 cabin chassis, and you'd have to be crazy to buy a Ford over this. I borrowed this truck from Larry H. Miller, Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram here in Sandy, Utah. This truck is available for sale. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys can see options and features on this build. At the very top is the description. Base price comes in at $61,855. And then here's a short listing of the standard features. Take note that the PTO does come standard on this truck. Starting off the options is the cloth seating for $295. Chrome appearance is $1,525. Heavy duty front suspension group $260. Tradesman level 1 equipment group $895. $1,000 for that 8-speed transmission, and the Cummins is $99.95. 74-gallon fuel tank $795, and then this does have the full-size spare tire. Destination is $21.95 with a total price of $79,210. Now for 2026, this truck did get an $810 price increase. That's not including destination, however, so that could go up a little bit more. Now with that being said, let's answer that question. Why are you crazy to buy a Ford truck over this? If you're someone who probably drives around 10,000 miles a year or less, you now have a 10-year, 100,000 mile warranty. So as of right now, if you're looking at a diesel or gas, if you do a lot of idling, you have a powertrain warranty for 10 years, 100,000 miles. That is a huge sell over the others because they only give you a 5-year 100 for the diesel. And that's going to be for gas and diesel for this truck. Really good. Now, obviously for 25 plus, they did do a refresh on this truck. So LED lights now come standard on tradesmen. By the way, adaptive cruise control, standard. And you guys see those fog lights? Standard. You also have your recovery hooks right here. And then off to the side, you guys will see this wide front track. Hence why you buy these 45 and 5500 trucks. Four-wheel drive is an option. You guys see the liner, and then here are the tires. These are the Hankook Smart Flax AH35, 225/70, 19.5, which equates to 31.9 inches in height, 8.9 inches in width. G-rated 14 ply. You guys see capacity is 3,970 pounds and 3,750 pounds for dual, and then 110 psi code is where you can max that out to get that capacity. Now you guys see the radius arm. It is slightly different design on these cabin chassis trucks. Turn signal. And on these mirrors, they are heated, top and bottom. And if we scoot back, you'll see this has that 84-inch cab to axle. Now take note, Ram does put the DEF tank under the cab, and then you just have your dual fuel tanks on this side. I like where they put the fill at here. That's going to be your 52 gallon. This is your 22 gallon. There's your spare tire. And then here's a quick peek at this overbuilt suspension. Now obviously 4500 gives you a lower gross vehicle rating compared to the 5500, so you can start off at 15,000 pounds, and it does allow you to choose that with the diesel. Now if you need more payload, then you're going to move up to either the 16,000 or the 16.5, so you have 3 options even with the diesel engine. And of course, if you want the max payload, you're going to go with the gas engine. There is an off-road tire available for $995. I'm not sure what model it is because it didn't say online. Incandescent bulbs for these tail lights. And let's go ahead and check out what's under the hood. Now most people know for 2025 the Cummins did get a pretty big overhaul. Has larger intake and exhaust valves. Maintenance is going to be easier because now you have your oil filter here, and your fuel filters are both under the hood now. No more grid heater, so that flawed trash. I never liked the grid heater personally. It was robbing the trucks of performance, and over time the soot buildup was just insane. I'm shocked that they didn't get rid of it after all the emissions crap that they added to these trucks. But with that being said, I gotta put a quick plug in here. If you're someone who plans on using this truck for severe use, I recommend Insane Diesel's oil bypass system. So if you don't know, it does work in conjunction with your factory oil filter. It's just allowing more filtration for the oil. Obviously the biggest killer, in my opinion, to diesels is fuel dilution, especially on diesels, because a lot of guys do idle a lot. So this is going to help with that. Also, it's going to filter that oil down to like 1 micron, right? So you're going to get more filtration and you can go longer on your oil changes. Now they do offer a oil analysis kit too that you can purchase. That way you can see how healthy that oil is after 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,000 miles. So be sure to check out the promo down below. As I mentioned, because you don't have that great heater anymore and because you have larger intake and exhaust valves, you're gonna feel a little bit more performance out of this engine, even with the detune setup here. 8-speed transmission behind it, so you don't have to go to like a 489 anymore. You have a 444 rear, which is nice. So you're gonna run at a little bit lower RPM and get better fuel economy simply because of that too. And who knows, maybe in a few years they will get rid of all of this trash on your exhaust. That's an injector right there. That's most likely for the DEF tank. So your SCR is probably right here. Actually, there's a line right there too. That's like a temp sense though right there. But yeah, that's an injector for the DEF system. Here's a better look on this side. Look at all this stuff, man. It's insane. Alright, let's check out the interior. When you get a tradesman, power windows, power door locks, and power for the convex. Let's do the left side so you can see it better. You can power that convex. You can't do that on any other truck, guys. I mean, that is a game changer. Now, manual seat, and you will get vinyl seating standard. I do like the fact that you have tilt headrest still, comes standard. Now, you don't have a telescoping steering wheel, but it does tilt. Vinyl flooring down below. That's a must-have on a truck like this. And nice readout for your gauges. This is the 6-passenger, 8.4-inch display. You can get the 12-inch even with this tradesman level. Single climate control, auxiliary switches. You have 4-wheel drive, electronic. 4 USBs down below here. Let's check out the passenger side. Open storage right here. And you guys see, it has a soft open for the glove box. Now out back, this is the crew cab configuration. A lot of people mentioned they would love to see a mega cab option. I wish Ram would do it. I don't see why they can't do it, but regardless, it wouldn't be available on the tradesman. But you don't have a 60/40 bench. You have to go up to a bighorn to get that. No armrest right there, but they do still have the defrost on that, which is probably an option. Just be sure to check the option list that I showed you. Air vents down below, and no seat back pockets. But that all is available. Just be sure to check out the tradesman level 2, because sometimes those things do come available. Let's go ahead and jump back over to the driver's seat. Push button start does come standard. You have that adaptive cruise control, gear limiter, and this is how we're going to control this screen here. So this is page 1. You can change the kilometers. You have a driver assistance page for the adaptive cruise control. And let's go through each page here for this. So starting with the miles per gallon, coolant, transmission temp, oil pressure, exhaust brake, boost pressure, and DPF shows the level of that. You have the dual fuel tank, so front and rear. This is going to be for your oil life, fuel filter life, battery voltage, and then this is your gauge summary. Shows you the temperatures laid out, engine hours, and then back to the first page there. Now if you want to see real quickly the trip information, I figured I'll just show this to you as well. You have a trip A, trip B, and this is for your trailering. audio, messages, and then you can do a screen setup, and then back to first page. Now, this truck does not have a backup camera, but that is available. Down here, you can move things around. You have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Here's some of your settings for the screen too, and some of your controls. Screen off. Traction control can be disabled, and then you have your dual stage exhaust, tow haul mode, trailer brake. And then for the center armrest here, they do give you a vinyl material, pretty durable too. USB. Here's that center seat up front, and then seatbelt. And this doesn't lock in, by the way, too, which I think that Ram should make that lock, personally. Could be a safety thing in my opinion. But that's pretty much it. Let's go and see what the numbers are on the door, and then that'll pretty much end the video. Gross axle weight rating up front is going to be 7,250 pounds. The rear is 12,000 pounds. Gross vehicle weight rating is 16.5. And you guys see 19.5 by 6 wide wheels. All-in payload will not be here simply because this is considered factory incomplete. But stay tuned. I'm going to try to come back and do a video with a drive on this truck. I want to see the RPM with the 444s with the 8-speed, and then maybe we'll just go ahead and take it over a CAT scale at the same time. That way we can have an idea of the numbers on this truck. But be sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you support the content. I would love to do some more builds, but I gotta sell my hotshot truck over there. It's a 3500. It already has everything ready to go, has the CM body. Maybe I'll put that video at the end of this one if you are interested in maybe that truck too. See you guys soon.